Namaste, Pranam, Gita Dhyana. Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Krathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitam Vritavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatva Manusandadhami Bhagavad Gite Bhavatveshinim. Oh, Bhagavad Gita, with which Lord Narayana himself gave enlightenment to Arjuna. The ancient sage Vyasa included it in the Mahabharata. O Goddess, showerer of the nectar-like knowledge of non-dualism contained in your 18 chapters. O my affectionate mother, the destroyer of rebirth, I meditate upon thee. Krishna Vandana. Vasudevasutam devam kansachanuramardanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadgurum. Son of Vasudeva, the slayer of Kansa and Chanur, extreme delight for Mother Devaki, O Lord Krishna, the supreme teacher of the universe, my salutations to you. Sri Krishna teaching us about how to attain the Lord at the time of our death, how to keep on thinking about the Lord at the time of our death. In this 8th Adhyaya, the Akshar Brahma Yoga. And the 7th Shloka that we read last was Sri Krishna telling us that think about me every moment of your life and wage the war. Get into the battlefield and wage the battle of your life. Don't run away from it. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anuspara. Mam anuspara would do what? Yudhya cha, and fight. Thinking about me every moment of your life. You start the fight. Mayarpita manobuddhir. Manobuddhi mayi arpita. Offer your intellect, mind and intellect. Offer your mind and intellect to me. Don't think of all those nonsensical things with your mind and your intellect. Give everything to me. Surrender your mind, your thinking ability, your intellect. You have got such beautiful tools. You have got such beautiful instruments. The mind and the intellect, offer them to me, and with that, once you offer your mind and intellect to me, you also keep on every moment thinking about me and start fighting this war, start fighting this battle. What will happen? Mam eva esyasya. You will reach to me alone. Mam eva esyasi. You will reach me alone, and asamshaya. There is no doubt on this. I am telling you for certainty. I am telling you, I am giving you this assurance. This assurance is coming from Sri Krishna himself. Thinking every moment about the Lord. Just get into that battlefield. Start fighting your daily wars. Start fighting your daily battles in the life with the mind and intellect totally offered to me. Surrender your mind and intellect to me, and then I assure you that you will reach me. You will reach me only. It is not that he says you will reach me only. Mam eva esyasi. So such a wonderful assurance given by Lord Krishna himself on how to attain it. And now again he tells on the same lines, he says how that this thing can be made possible, of thinking every moment about the Lord and getting involved in the battle of life and surrendering the mind and intellect at the holy feet of the Lord. How can we do it? It is easy said to be done, but can we do it? And then Sri Krishna says, what is the way of doing it? What is the way of surrendering oneself to the Lord? Sri Krishna says, abhyāsa-yoga-yuktena chetasā nānya-gāminā paramaṁ puruṣhaṁ divyaṁ yāti pārthānuchintayan. Abhyāsa-yoga. Practice, 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 practice. That is the only alternative. Don't start doing it, give up and then forget about it. Not like that. Abhyāsa-yoga-yuktena. With the habitual meditation, with laced with habitual meditation, day in and day out. Day in and day out. That with the habitual meditation, you start this practice. Abhyāsa-yoga-yuktena chetasā nānya-gāminā. Let your mind, let your thinking ability, let it not go anywhere else. Nānya-gāminā. Let it not move towards any other thing but me. And you will have to make it a practice. It won't come to you just like that. It won't come to you. You just sit one day and, okay, I am now thinking about Lord. And from the next moment, it is all over. You are back to enjoying your worldly enjoyments, your worldly life. It doesn't happen that way. If you want your mind to be intent on me at every moment, sarveshu kaleshu, if you want your mind to be intent upon me, then you have to take hold of, you have to take the benefit of, you have to prepare yourself with the abhyāsa-yoga. Abhyāsa-yoga-yuktena. Able yourself with the practice of doing habitual meditation. Chetasā nānya-gāminā. Make it a habit that your mind doesn't go to any other things. There is no today at this point, next moment at that point, and next moment at that point. No. Suddenly while thinking about the Lord, oh, this is what happened at the office. And while thinking about the office, oh, this is what happened when I was going to the office. I saw those things when I was going to the office. And then thinking about those things, then you go somewhere else. Not like that. Nānya-gāminā. Then don't allow your mind to go from one object to another. Just focus it on the Lord. Paramaṁ puruṣhaṁ divyaṁ yāti pārthānuchintayan. Paramaṁ puruṣhaṁ divyaṁ yāti pārthānuchintayan. You will reach anuchintayan, thinking about, constantly thinking about, dwelling your mind upon that. Upon that what? Upon the paramaṁ puruṣhaṁ divyaṁ. The supreme divyaṁ, resplendent puruṣhaṁ, the Brahman, the ultimate reality, which is Satchidananda, one without the other, Purusha, the ultimate the reality, the ultimate truth, the eternal truth. That Parama Divya Purusha you will reach Chintayan, meditating upon that. So Sri Krishna says, with the mind not wandering after anything else, nānya-gāminā, let it not go wander anywhere else. Made steadfast in the yoga of constant practice, and that's how one has to make it a habit. One has to put it to constant practice. He who meditates upon the Supreme, achintayan, anuchintayan, he one who meditates upon that Supreme reality, the resplendent reality, the Parama Purusha Divyam, one who meditates on that, he reaches him. Yāti, that the yogi, he reaches that paramaṁ purusha divyaṁ, parama divya purush. That is the ultimate, that is our final destination. What are we struggling, having taken this birth, having taken so many births, our entire struggle and our entire yuddha, this battle that Sri Krishna has told us in the previous shloka, to fight the battle. Our entire battle, this yuddha, is to seek liberation. That struggle of getting freed from the net of the fisherman, that is our struggle. Our struggle is to remove that veil in front of the parama purusha and come face to face, have the realization, have the ultimate experience the ultimate truth, the eternal truth, coming face to face with the final reality and getting that self-realization. That is what our life is about. Our entire life, not only this life, all the previous lives that we have lived, and now ultimately we have come in this form, in this body. This again will go. We may come some other form, some other body. This entire exercise is going on just because of one objective, and that goal is to reach the parama divya purusha. And that's what Sri Krishna says, that we have to commit ourselves. It is not just by fluke. We sit one day and from the next moment we forget about the Lord, and we go back to our old ways. That doesn't happen. The old ways are not the ways for us. Gone because of those old ways of enjoyment, of hankering after the enjoyment. We have got into this rut of birth and death, birth and death, birth and death. But if we have to reach that parama divya purush, then we have to make it a habit of constantly thinking about God. Make it a constant abhyāsa of not allowing the mind to wander. Nānya-gāminā. And then, O Partha, O son of Partha, you meditate on that one. You meditate on the ultimate reality. You meditate on that Purusha element. Don't get bogged down by this illusion of Mahamaya, of this Prakriti. But focus on the Purusha. Prakriti is not real. Prakriti is just the projection of the Purusha. The ultimate is Purusha. So, Sri Krishna tells us in clear words, each sadhaka has his own concept of Ishvara, known as the Ishtamurti or the chosen deity or the Ishtadevata. Now, all of us, we cannot focus only on one deity as such. We may have our chosen ideal. Some may like to worship, think about Krishna. Some may like to think about Rama. Some may like to think about Kali, Durga, Buddha, Ramakrishna, Jesus. Now, everyone has their own chosen deity, chosen ideal, the Ishtadevata, the Ishtamurti. So what Krishna says, lifelong meditation on that phase of Ishvara is abhyāsa-yoga, lifelong meditation. Whichever form of divinity you are comfortable with, or you that is your nature. We all inherit the nature of worshipping some deity. So we are so comfortable, we feel pleasure when we are thinking of certain deity. Other deities we may not. I may feel so good, so blissful to think about Mother Durga, or Mother Kali, or Lord Ganesha, or Shiva. So each one of us, we have certain a form of deity which goes with our inherent nature, and that is called as Ishtadevata. Now, meditating on that Ishtadevata, lifelong, every moment, that is our duty. Because of his residing in the puri of the body, because that Ishtadevata, our Ishtadevata doesn't actually sit in that idol as such. Our Ishtadevata, whom we worship, is actually dwelling inside us, within this body, within this puri. Now, as we discussed once during our readings, that puri is this body. The Navadvara Puri, the body of these 9 gates, the 9 openings, this citadel, it is the seat of the Lord. It is the seat of our Ishtadevata. So, we should focus our mind and intellect always on that. And then keep on engaged in doing so many other activities. We have to wage the battle. We cannot run away from the yuddha. So, this Purusha, ultimately it is one. Whether I am thinking about, whether I am worshipping Krishna, whether I am worshipping Rama, whether I am worshipping Durga, whether I am worshipping Kali or Ganapati or Shiva, ultimately this deity is Purusha, the indweller in this city of 9 gates, the citadel of 9 openings, 9 gates. That Purusha ultimately is one and the same thing. We may call it by so many different names, and we may perceive them to be having so many different forms. Like the moment we think about Shiva, we suddenly that image of Shiva in the deep meditation, sitting with eyes closed, in absolute bliss, that form comes to us. We think of Durga. We get that image of the Divine Mother sitting on lion or tiger. Kali, that the so-called, horrible-looking the feminine form of the Lord, dark complexion with the garland of human skulls around her neck, and trampling, dancing on the body of her consort, divine consort, Lord Shiva, who is lying corpse-like at her feet, absolutely inactive, and all the dance, all the activity is performed by this Mother Kali. We may get all these different forms, but in reality, it is the one reality, and that is the Purusha, that is dwelling in this Puri. That Purusha is paramaṁ and divyaṁ. That is what Sri Krishna says. So when we meditate upon that paramaṁ divya Purusha, we become one with him. With whichever name and form we may start our meditation with, we start our japa with, ultimately it ends up being focused on that one ultimate reality, the one eternal truth. As the sun is resplendent in the physical plane, this Purusha is resplendent in the spiritual plane. It is ever present, shining in its own glory, enjoying its own bliss. That is the nature of Purusha. Constant thought of him reached the sadhaka of body consciousness. After the way of the ripening fruit getting itself separated from its skin. The moment the yogi keeps on meditating upon this Purusha, this primal principle, this ultimate reality, this eternal truth, automatically the body consciousness gets lost. Like when the fruit is ripened, automatically it drops up from that tree. Tree is actually the body of that fruit, but the moment it is ripened, it doesn't need the support of that body at all. Then it just dissociates itself from the body. Likewise, when our true nature gets ripened, constantly meditating upon the Lord, what happens? We lose this body consciousness. Then there is no need of these senses to perceive the Lord. There is no need of any of these five instruments to see the Lord or to see the mother in that form or to repeat the name. Then we become one with the mother. Then this body is not required. Constant meditation, and then we become one with our chosen deity, which is nothing but the paramaṁ Purusha. The yogi's spiritual attainment becomes evident at the time of death. And when this happens every moment, there is no extra effort to be made at the time of death. Oh, my death is approaching. I have to think about God. Nothing. In fact, you see the fun of the Lord. We don't know when our death is going to happen. We don't know when we are going to give up this body. Had we known, okay, on this day at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 5 o'clock in the morning or 5:30 in the morning, I am going to die. So what happens? If it is 5 o'clock in the morning, from 4:45, I start chanting the name of the Lord. But look at the Leela of the Lord. We don't know when that is going to happen. When I am going to breathe last. Maybe next moment. Maybe only God knows. So if that is the case, when we don't know when we are going to die, why not every moment keep on chanting the name of the Lord? So if next moment happens to be my last moment, let me have the name of the Lord. Let me have the thought of the Lord in my mind so that I get out of this exercise of birth and death, birth and death, birth and death. I know who I am. I become one with that Purusha. Then this Prakriti is nothing but the play of Maya, the play of illusion. It is nothing but illusion then for me. So Sri Krishna says that mind not wandering anywhere. Focus. Think about me every moment. And a stage will come. Meditate. Constantly meditate upon that paramaṁ Purusha. That supreme reality, that ultimate reality, that eternal truth. And you do keep on doing it. You will attain to it. Undoubtedly. Again, Sri Krishna says, "O Partha, you will definitely reach him." So that was the 8th shloka of the Akshara Brahma Yoga, the 8th adhyay of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Sri Ramakrishna. Jai Thakur. Jai Ma. Jai Swamiji.